Welcome to the Cube Solutions Content Page tutorial. In this tutorial, we will show you how to edit the content page of your website. First, we will start by logging into our website and being greeted with the dashboard. Next, we will select the title Pages and we will view all pages. Once the page is loaded, we will then look for the page titled Contact. We will then hover over it and select Edit with Elementor, as this is the page builder that we are using to build the website. Please note that the speed of this is all dependent on your internet connection. The faster your internet connection, the faster the page will load. Firstly, we will use our mouse to move across the page and we will highlight the section. As you can see, the thin blue border has appeared, indicating the section we have highlighted. We will then hit the 6 dots to edit the section. As you can see, the sidebar has appeared on the left hand side. Here we are able to stretch the section, change the content width, the column gap, height, vertical alignment, overflow, change the structure, and so forth. In the styling section of this, we are able to add a background image, color, scrolling effects, mouse effects. We are also able to add a background overlay or a border to the image. We also have the options to add a shape divider and to change the typography, changing any link or text color as well as alignment. In the Advanced tab, we have the option to change the margin and the padding. As you can see, we have set the padding on the top and bottom of this section to 100. Moving away from the section, we will go on to the column. As you can see, we currently have two columns, a column on the left hand side which contains the text and a column on the right hand side which contains the form. We will first edit the column on the left. Selecting the Edit Column button, we will see the sidebar appear yet again. Here we have the option to change the column width, vertical alignment, horizontal alignment, and so forth. In the styling section of the column, we are able to add a background image, a background color. We're also able to add a border, as well as to change any of the typography settings for this column, including text and link color, as well as text alignment. Moving on to the Advanced section, we can edit the margin and padding. Next, we will edit the actual widget containing the text Contact. Using our mouse to hover over the section, we will select the Edit button. Again, the left-hand sidebar will appear. As you can see, we are able to change the title of the widget, insert a link, change the size, and alignment. Heading over to the Style section, we are able to change the text color, the text typography, which includes its font, size, weight, and so forth. Moving on, we can add a text shadow, or we are able to change the blend modes for the widget. Lastly, in the Advanced tab, we are able to edit the margin and padding. Moving on, we will now select the section titled Phone. Using our mouse, we will hover over it, and we will select the Edit button. Again, on the left-hand sidebar, we will see the title with phone and the phone number. We have the option to add a link, change the size, and alignment. Moving on to the Style section, we have the options to change the text color, the typography of the text, which includes font, size, weight, and so forth. Next, we are able to add a text shadow or change the blend modes of the widget. Moving on to the Advanced section, we are able to edit the margin and padding. As you can see, we currently have padding set at 20 on the top and 0 on the rest. Next, we will move on to the Email widget. Again, we will use the mouse to hover over a section and we will select Edit Heading. Again, the left-hand sidebar will appear and we can change the title, add a link, change the size and alignment of the heading. Moving on to the Style section, we have the options to change the text color, typography, which includes the font, size, weight, and so forth. We also have the option to add a text shadow and to change the blend modes. Lastly, in the Advanced column, we have the option to edit the margin and the padding. Next, we will move on to the right-hand column. This is where the form is displayed. Using the mouse, we will select Edit Form, and we will see the sidebar appear on the left-hand side. As you can see, this is the exact same situation as the Submit content in the earlier tutorial. It is the exact same. We will select Name, and where we are able to change the type, the label, placeholder, and column width. Scrolling down, we also have the Submit button options, the actions after submit, email options, and additional options. We can further go on to the Style section, where we are able to edit the column gap, row gap, spacing, text color, typography, and so forth. We also have the option to edit the styling for the field, which includes the text color, the text typography, background color, border width, and border radius. Moving on, we have the options to edit the button. Here we can change the background color, the text color, the typography, which includes the font, size, weight, and so forth. Moving forward, we can choose whether we want to display a border or not, as well as the padding for the border. Next is the message section. Here we can change the typography of the message, as well as change the color of any error, successful, or no message received. Lastly, in the Advanced tab, we are able to edit the margin and padding. Once we are happy with the changes made, we will hit Update and this page will be saved.